Gavin Newsom continues to be brutal and ruthless in what I believe are all the right ways. He had that extraordinary interview with Fox News propagandist Sean Hannity, which we covered. He was interviewed again, this time by former Biden press secretary Jen Psaki on her MSNBC show. And I want to play a particular clip from that interview that a number of you sent me regarding mental illness and a mental health crisis. Gavin Newsom blames Fox News in this clip for making the mental health crisis worse. Listen to what he says. I want to know your thoughts and I'll give you mine. Take a listen.
Entertainment wing, particularly of the Republican Party, the surround sound on Fox with these, I don't even like saying his name, Tucker Carlson, or that other, the guy from there's just like, they're all the same. And One American News and Newsmax and what they're doing to divide this country to, where illusion rules, not facts.
Do you occasionally turn on Fox prime time and see what happens?
No.
Just to see?
Not occasionally, every night.
Every night. And do you think Democrats should still be appearing on Fox or should they not be appearing on Fox?
It contributes to the mental health crisis in the state. So on the basis of one's own personal conditions, I would not recommend it. My staff is quite literally tried to have interventions with me about it. They say I'm too obsessed with it, but I need to understand it.
You want to know what the other side thinks?
So he says, Gavin Newsom says, Fox News and other right-wing trash media contribute to the mental health crisis, potentially causing mental illness. Is that just a funny line, or is it actually a real possibility? Well, there's a number of ways in which he may actually be onto something. There is an argument that by exposing viewers to misinformation and fear-mongering and fomenting polarization based on lies and being scared of scapegoats that they establish, that they are actually changing the perception of reality that their viewers have, and that this thus affects their emotional well-being and social relationships and makes Fox viewers more prone to anxiety, depression, paranoia, potentially activating a latent mental health issue like schizophrenia or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm saying, is there an argument to be made here that Gavin Newsom might be right? Like, for example, there are studies that have found Fox News viewers are more likely to believe false or unsupported claims about COVID, about climate change, about immigration and the dangerous brown people that are coming here, or election fraud or whatever. Once they believe those false things, it can cause confusion, distrust, fear, and denial of scientific realities, distrust of expert advice, for example. All of those things can impact the health, including the mental health of an individual. Another example, Fox News will often portray certain groups of people on the opinion shows in particular, but on the news shows as well, immigrants, Muslims, liberals, protesters, Marxists, anarchists, as Donald Trump used to say, as threats, enemies, and criminals. And this induces fear and anger or even hatred. This increases stress levels, cortisol, etc., impacts empathy, fuels aggression. This can lead to a mental health crisis, etc. So I don't have to belabor it, but is there something to what Gavin Newsom is saying there? Ultimately, obviously, the impact of Fox News on mental health depends on a number of factors and contextual realities and the pre-existing mental state of those who are watching Fox News in the first place. I'm not pretending Fox News is giving everybody mental illness by any means. But is there something to what Gavin Newsom said? Let me know in a comment. Let me know in an email. Let me know on Threads, where you can find me at david.pacman. Did you know that anyone in the world can very easily access a ton of data about you online? Data brokers collect huge amounts of data about everything you do on your phone, your computer, where you go, what you look at. But we recently learned that government agencies like the FBI have also been buying a ton of this data from data brokers just to keep track of people without needing a court order. Criminals can also use the information to target you. Ad companies and political consultants can buy it and try to influence you, but you can stop it. Our sponsor, Incogni, is an affordable service that specializes in getting your data removed from these sites. Incogni will send data removal requests to the major data brokers. They are required by law to remove it upon request. If your information stays online, Incogni will just follow up with them about removing it. It's that simple. And you will be kept updated every step of the way so you know what's going on. What Incogni can accomplish is amazing. I use it myself, and my audience gets 60% off. Go to incogni.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman. The link is down below.